Yo, what's good, man? It's your boy Vincent Thompson, Millionaire Mindset, back here with another video. And man, today's video, I want to talk about burning bridges, man. Why you should never burn bridges with certain people, because you never know you're going to need somebody later on down the road. You know, people might forgive you about certain things, but they'll never forget how you made them feel. So certain things that you say and certain actions that you perform, you know, people might forgive you, but they'll never forget how you made them feel. So you got to watch that, man, because like that can burn bridges. And that leads me to the whole situation with Skip Bayless, Stephen A. Smith, Shannon Sharpe, that whole connection between those three. You know, a lot of people know that Skip used to be on ESPN with Stephen A. Smith. He goes over to Undisputed with Shannon Sharpe, and they both thank Skip and give him his praise, you know, because they say that they most likely they're not in the position they are today without Skip Bayless. But the way that Skip treated the both of them, you know, kind of burnt some bridges. So what I want you to do is take a look at this clip of what many believe to be the beginning of the end between Shannon and Skip on Undisputed.
You make it seem like I was a bum. I'm in the effing Hall of Fame.
Okay,
I got 3 Super Bowls.
So what?
So what?
He's way better than you were.
You take personal shots.
I didn't take a personal shot at you.
Wait a minute. You take a personal.
Put your glasses back on.
You're willing to take a personal shot at me to say this man is better than me because I say he's playing bad this year?
So you can see they got into that heated debate, and when you keep it in between the lines on the subject matter, which is sports, it's a debate show, so you expect some heated debates. That's cool. Shannon was cool with that, but where you cross that line is when you get personal. And like he said, you'd rather take a personal shot at me to uplift someone else. That line was crossed, that bridge was burnt, and now Skip never knows when he's going to need them, you know what I mean? Because he's big, right? He's been on top for so long that a lot of times you get big-headed because, like I said before, Stephen A. and Shannon both thank Skip because they said we probably most likely would not be in the position that we are today if it wasn't for Skip. So Skip is probably thinking like, I made you, I could just make somebody else. So he goes and reconstructs the whole Undisputed. You have a new Undisputed, the whole new season starts. He brings some new guests or whatever, some new co-hosts. And he probably thinks that I can do the same thing. I did it with Stephen A. I did it with Shannon. I can just, you know, I can just do this again with somebody else, whatever. He thinks it's him. A lot of times when you have perfect duo like Shaq and Kobe, you know, some Penny and Shaq, you know, Jordan and Pippen, a lot of dynamic duos, right? Sometimes you can kind of clash between the two egos, and certain people think that I'm the one who's making this work. The other person thinks that, no, I'm the one that's making this work. So when y'all split, you really find out who was who. And a lot of people really feel like they was only there for Shannon. Because once Shannon left, the ratings just dropped. You know, and Skip, that was probably a rude awakening, an eye-opener for him, because the ratings just dropped when Shannon left. And he started to realize that, man, maybe I did need Shannon. But guess what? You already done burnt that bridge. Now Shannon's over at ESPN with Stephen A. And you could, now that you're leaving Undisputed, right? You could be making your way over there, and that could have been a crazy, man, to reunite with those two. I think the ratings would have went through the roof, and it's something that the fans would have wanted to see, but yet you burnt that bridge. So now I want to get into how Stephen A. feels about the whole situation. Take a look.
There's been a lot of speculation about a possible return to ESPN for Skip Bayless. For ESPN's part, they've stated the following in a release to Front Office Sports just a couple of days ago. Quote, "We are set with the current First Take rotation and wish Skip the best on his future endeavors." Let me say this to you. Skip Bayless. ESPN did not consult with me. Again, they didn't have to. But in fairness and in the interest of transparency to the viewers out there, the listeners out there, my contemporaries in this business, and everybody else in between, had they asked me, I would have said the same thing that ESPN said. Skip Bayless and Stephen A. Smith, together as partners, working across from each other on a debate show, is over. It's been over. And this is not the first time I've said it. There's no negativity or shade being thrown on Skip Bayless. I have moved on.
So you heard what he said, right? He said, I have moved on. So he moved on. Shannon moved on. Shannon and Stephen A move on together. And it could have been huge if Skip is now going back over to ESPN to reunite with those two. But he burnt the bridges, you know what I'm saying? Not with one, but with two of the biggest stars over at ESPN. So the ratings would have been through the roof. You know, fans would have been anticipating, you know, Skip Bayless reuniting with Stephen A and Shannon Sharpe. It could have been a crazy, a crazy moment in sports, you know, but at the end of the day, he burnt those bridges. Skip thought it was all about him. He felt like, I made you and I made you. Let's just do this whole show over again. And, you know, started the new season Undisputed and get some new co-hosts, and I can make them the same way I made those two. It didn't turn out that way. The fans were there because of Shannon's personality. That's why the ratings were through the roof when he was on the show. So when he leaves, you know, Skip Bayless is big-headed, thinking that it's all about me. And it turns out that, man, one of the shows, they couldn't even get more than 50,000 viewers. 50,000 viewers, man, is crazy. It said Undisputed with Skip Bayless records a historically bad numbers with only 50,000 viewers, while ESPN's rival, so Shannon Sharpe and Stephen A over there, putting up 486,000 viewers. They had 50,000. Shannon Sharpe and Stephen A had almost 500,000. So it goes to show you that, you know, where the fans followed. So at the end of the day, man, that's why you can't burn those bridges, you know what I'm saying? So, and then we look at just to put this in perspective, right? This is me, my personal, you know what I'm saying? This is of me with TikTok. I got 57,000 views, 65,000 views, and another one with 65,000 views. And that's just me. They got a multi-million-dollar budget. You see what I'm saying? And he put out 50,000 views on a professional multi-million-dollar budget show. And I'm just a regular dude putting out a video, 57,000, 65,000. And another one with 65,000. I got 3 videos. I got more than that, but I'm just saying these three right here that I got pinned up on my TikTok, right? Got over 50,000, but yet when Shannon leaves, you got an episode where you can't even put in 50,000. So that goes to show you, man, that like you can't burn bridges, man. Keep those relationships, because you never know when you're gonna need somebody else, man. Listen, it's your boy Vincent Thompson, Millionaire Mindset. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so y'all can be updated on all my latest videos. I'm out.